All right, everybody. So this is the paper, May June 2020, and we are using this paper just as a sample for the non-calculator paper because this time the syllabus has changed. O levels previously had 80-mark paper, but now you will also have 100-mark examination paper as well. Okay. So that's how you should be doing this kind of a preparation. So let's proceed. All right. Look at this question number one. Okay, so I am having something. Sir, is congruency fully out of the syllabus now? Yes. Okay. Now they say that work out the first question. Look at the first question, please. The first question is 0.05 multiply with 0.3. So what you have to do, just look at the paper. Whenever you get the paper in Cambridge examination, you have to just skim the pages and see that how many pages do you have. See, like for example, the last page is 16 pages here. Okay? This paper is a bit older because we are going to start from 2020. Now you can see that there are 20 pages, and out of those 20 pages there are 25 questions, and you will be having approximately same number of questions in your O levels coming May June examination as well. So what do you have to do? You have to just go through the paper and attempt the easy questions first, which have no reading time, which can be solved directly as well. So like for example, look at this question. It says that workout and 0.05 multiply with 0.3. So just look at this number. This has two decimal places and this has one decimal places. So 2 plus 1 is 3 decimal places. So just simply write 5 times 3, which is 15. Now the answer should be 3 decimal place. So 1, 2, and 3. So that would be 0.015. So 0.015 is the final answer for 1 mark here. Okay, if you have another technique, you can apply with that multiplication process as well. So that another technique is, like for example, if you do not understand this, just write this number 0.05 and just write 0.3 and just write down a line here like a typical multiplication, but do write here 2 decimal place and 1 decimal place. Now simply just multiply, ignore the decimal. So 3 fives are 15, 1 goes up, 3 zeros are 0, and 1 goes down. 3 zeros are 0, that's it. Now cross, 0 fives are 0, 0 zeros are 0, 0 zeros are 0. So write 5, this is 1, 0, 0. 2 plus 1 is 3 decimal place. So that is the another technique that how to multiply this particular question. Beta, this paper is May June 2020 paper 1 2. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that and look at the another question, the second question. This question is also easy. These questions are important for those students who are struggling with maths, and they can easily get at least the passing grade in the Cambridge examination. You can see that it says that work out 2 into 2 by 3 minus 1 over 5. Now remember one thing in maths, whenever you have a mixed fraction along with a fraction, what do you have to do? You have to convert them. First of all, you have to convert them. So first, the task is 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 2 would be 8 minus 1 over 5. Now you have the fractions in a form of a mixed fraction. One fraction was a mixed fraction, and this is now a fraction. So now you can do one thing. You have two techniques because few teachers they follow the comparing the denominator, and the second one is the butterfly method. So I will proceed with the butterfly method. Okay, so what you have to do is that here you have to multiply cross, agree, like this, that 8 will be multiplied with 5. 8 fives are 40 minus 3 ones are 3 and 3 fives are 15. So the answer is 37 by 15. Now, for example, if you are not proceeding with this method and you have the denominator comparison method, so that method is also same. That is like, for example, 8 over 3 minus 1 over 5. Now you have to multiply this side with 3 and this side with the 5. So 5 eights are 40 divided by 15 minus 3 by 15. See, 40 minus 3 is 37 by 15. So that is the same answer. So if you have to understand that whether if you understand the first method or the second method, but you should be proceeding the question with one terminology, that whether you have to stick with your basics. Like for example, if one of you is regarding this butterfly method, so proceed with butterfly. If you know that how to compare the denominator, you should proceed with the denominator as well. Like for example, one of the students say here that, sir, I do not understand. So if you do not understand this thing, So I can repeat this first method for you. That is typically very easy method. Why I recommend this? Because this method helps you a lot in algebra. So that would be 8 by 3 minus 1 over 5. I call this method a butterfly method. So what you have to do, multiply the denominator. So you can see one thing, the denominators are 3 and 5. So what is this? 3 fives are 15. Now cross multiply, write the sign minus as it is. Now 8 fives are 40 and 3 ones are 3. So this is the shortcut. So that would be 37 over 15, the final answer for this paper. Understood everybody or not? I'm proceeding to the next question now. Okay, this question number 2 is also very much easy for 1 mark. You can see that they say that write down the order of rotation of this particular shape. So remember one thing, rotational symmetry will be calculated only in 360-degree angle. Okay, so I can see the shape. I can see the shape very clearly. For example, if I rotate this shape, in 360 degrees, so how many times it maps the original shape? So what is happening here? You can see one thing, that this shape is like, for example, this triangle, this triangle, this triangle. There are 6 triangles drawn on these edges. It is like a windmill. So I can say that, okay, this is my 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Okay, if I take a rotation here, like for example, if I just rotate this one, so 1 will come here, automatically 2 will go there. So when this 1 will come here, this 3 will map this one, and this 5 will map this one. So it means that 1 can come here, 1 can go there, and 1 can go there as well. So it means that in 360-degree rotation, this 1 can map exactly 3, this 3 can map exactly 5, and this 5 can map exactly 1. So it means that in 360 degrees rotation, the order of rotation is 3. That 3 times this shape is going to match this original shape if you rotate this particular shape 3 times. And with the help of practice, you can easily do it. They say that Samuel describes a spatial quadrilateral. It has only one line of symmetry and it diagonal crosses at right angles. Okay, so we know that we have a special quadrilateral, and that special quadrilateral included in our Cambridge syllabus is kite. And kite has one line of symmetry. Yes, I do have a notes of the coordinate geometry as well. And these are the 2 diagonals. Now you can see that these 2 diagonals, they are intersecting at 90 degrees as well. And this is technically the folding or the mirror line. So the name of the quadrilateral is kite, and kite is the answer. Okay. So proceeding. Done with question number 2. Let's see what is question number 3. What do we have in question number 3 in front of me? So they say that write these numbers in order of size, starting with the smallest number. So first of all, you have to see that how many numbers do you have here. Okay, first of all, you have to see that how many numbers do you have here. Now you can see one thing, that in write these number in order of size. So it says 4 cube. Okay, so as far as my knowledge is, 4 cube is 64. But according to the Cambridge examination, you have to memorize the first 10 cubes. Okay, and first 15 squares as well. So 9 square is 81. Square root of 196 is 14. And cube root of 125 is 5. That is the reason I'm saying that it is written in the syllabus that you have to memorize first 15 square numbers and first 10 cube numbers. It is written in the syllabus. So examiner will test you in this. So now examiner is saying, write these number in order of sizes. So you have to write original on answer line. Okay, write original numbers, right? Original numbers here. So the smallest number is cube root of 125 because the answer is 5. And then we have square root of 196. Then we have 64, which is 4 cube. And the last one is 9 square, which is 81. So that's how we do it. Next, write 68% as a fraction in its lowest term. And it's a 1 mark question. So you have to complete the requirement of the question. So 68%. So 68 divided by 100, because whenever you remove percentage, it will be divided by 100. Now you can half it simply. So 34 by 50. Half of 34 is 17 by 25. 17 by 25 cannot be simplified because 17 is a prime number. So that is the final answer. A bag contains red and blue balls. The balls are in the ratio red ratio blue is 3:5. So it means that the total are sum of the ratio is sum of ratio It is 8. Write down the fraction of the balls that are red. So red fraction. So the fractions of reds are 3. It's 3 by 8. So you will get 1 mark only in this scenario. If you write 3 by 5, so you will get 0 marks here. Okay. So for 1 markers, they do not require any working, but the answer should be right. Proceeding to question number 5. By writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the value of this kind of question will come in the exam for sure. So what you have to do is just make a line here. Write those numbers. Okay. The first is 2.78. The second one is 61.4. The third one is 0.893. Most of the students, they do not do this step and they do some error then after that. What is the terminology here? By writing correct to one significant. First significant in 2.78 is 2. Here it is 61.4 is 6 and 0.89. So 8 is the first significant number because 0 to the left of non-zero, either in decimal as well, it is not significant. Now you have to do one thing. You have to see that what is the digit after that number. Okay, that is 2.7. So it means that I have to add 1 to 2. So that number will be rounded off till 3. Now look at the second scenario. In the second scenario, the number after 6 is 1. So 1 is less than 5. So it will be ignored and 61 will be rounded to 60. Next is, what is the number after 8? It's 9. So add 1 to the previous. So that would be 0.9. So just drag a line and write those numbers which you rounded off. So 2.78 will be replaced by 3. It would be 3 cube. 61.4 will be written as 60 now. And 0.893 will be written as 0.9. So what do you have to do? 3 cube. 3 cube is 27. That is 60 times 0.9. Okay. Now 60 times 0.9, I know that 27 and 60 can be cancelled in table 3. What I can do here is, in my rough working, I can multiply 60 with 0.9. 60 with 0.9. So I know that 60 multiplied with 9 over 10. So 0, 0 cancel. 6 nines are 54. So 27 divided by 54. So we know that the double of 27 is 54. So the answer would be 0.5. But if you do not know these things, look at this number 2 and 7 and 5 and 4. The lower number is even, but the upper number is odd number. Add the digits. 2 plus 7 is 9 and 5 plus 4 is also 9. It means that this number, both of the numbers, they come in table 3. That's the hack to check that whether number is the part of table 3 or not. So what you can do is 3 times 9 is 27 and 54. So 3 ones are 3 and 2 goes there. So 3 times what? 3 times 8 is 24. So now 9 ones are 9 and 9 twos are 18. 1 over 2 or 0.5, whatever the answer is. I know that I could have used here table 9 as well, but most of the students, they do not get the idea that how to cancel in such a big scenario. So use smaller numbers, okay, in case if you struggle. Let's proceed. Question number 6 is a pie chart. We know that whenever you see a pie chart or a circle, remember that its total angle is 360 degree. That is what the total angle is. They say that the pie chart shows information about the number of goals scored by each player in a football club. Write down the modal class. Modal means most repeated. Modal means most repeated. और स्टार्ट्स के अंदर आप लोगों ने ये पढ़ा होगा कि most repeated number होता है ये. Most repeated. Now I can see one thing, that most repeated is 135 because this is 90. So I can find out this angle as well. मैं ये angle भी निकाल सकता हूँ by adding all and subtracting it from 360 in order to check whether this is drawn to scale or not. One thing here, that we have this diagram in front of us, but it is not written that this is not to scale. It means that this is with the scale. Okay. It means that this is with the scale. We can rely on these angles, and I can see that this little angle is smaller than the rest. So 135 is the biggest angle I can see, because the angle which have a box, it is a right angle, and we call this angle as a 90 degrees. So so write down the modal class. So modal class is 0 to 5. That is the modal class. 8 of the players each scored 11 to 15 goals. Okay. Work out the total number of the players in the club. Okay. 11 to 15 goals in the pie chart, it is represented by 72 degrees. Work out the total number of the players in the club. So what is given to us in the question? It is given that there are 8 players and these 8 players are represented by 72 degrees. Work out the total number. So total number is, let's say, X. So what I have to do is just equal to 360 degrees. So let's find out the 100. How many total number of players do we have? So just simply cross multiply. Do not multiply, just write that 72x is equals to 8 times 360. Now 72 will go there. 8 multiply with 360 divided by 72. I can see that very clearly that 8 and 72, they are multiples of each other. So I know that 8, 9 is 72. So x is equals to 1 times 360 divided by 9. Why? Because 8 ones are 8 and 8 times 9 is 72. So now 360 divided by 9. Now you can see that 9 and 36 can be cancelled. So 9 ones are 9 and 9 fours are 36. So 40 is left. So the total number of members in the club, they are 40. That is what the answer is. Proceeding to the next question. It says that factorize, whenever you see a word factorize, especially in a non-calculator paper, there can be two scenarios. Scenario number one, common out, and the scenario number two, uh midterm break midterm break. Now there are 4 terms, so obviously common out is the scenario. So write 15a minus 5x minus 2xy plus 6ay. You can see that the question has 4 terms. So what you have to do, just make two pairs. This is pair number one and this is pair number two, let's say. So in pair number one, only 5 is common. So I can write 3a minus x. Whatever is common here, you need the same bracket here. Okay, remember that. So let's see that. I can take minus 2 common or plus 2. Let's take plus 2 common and y common. So let's take plus 2 and y common. So let me erase that now because we are going to find that. Okay, in the third and fourth term, y is common and table 2 is common. So let me take minus 2 common. So minus 2 common. So it would be x is left inside and y is also, let me take minus 2y common. Okay. So it would be plus x. Okay. Because minus is out. Minus, because minus is common, 3a is left over here and y is out. Now you can see one thing, but my bracket is not same. This is the scenario you can have in the paper. I could have done this question directly, but I do not prefer that direct step. This can happen in a question that after factorization, your two brackets are different. Why they are different? It's plus 3 and here it is minus 3. This is minus x and this is plus x. So no need to take minus 2 common. Just take plus 2 common now. So just change the sign here. It is plus 2. This would be minus x and that will be plus. Now you can see that you both brackets, they are same. Now the bracket is common. So take bracket out. And what is left over? 5 plus 2y is left over. And this is what your final answer is. So 3a minus x, divide bracket 5 plus 2y, 2 marks. Proceeding. Okay, this is a must question. You will be experiencing this in cumulative exam as well, and especially in mock examinations as well. The number of steps taken by 12 people to walk 100 meters was recorded. Their 100-meter race, and there were only 12 people. The scatter diagram shows the height of the people and the number of steps they took. Okay, I can see one thing. We can relate to this information that the height is 150 and the number of steps, they are something 159, like for example. So let's say they're saying that what type of correlation is shown in the diagram. In the diagram you can see one thing, that in the diagram you can see one thing, that in this diagram, this is positive correlation or a negative. There are two choices only, positive and negative only. So what type of correlation is shown in the diagram? So correlation is shown in the diagram and it is a negative correlation. Why this is a negative correlation? Remember one thing, I'm going to give you a hack here. No need to write the word negative correlation because it is written here that it is a correlation. So just write negative and positive, but it is when this is written that what is shown in this diagram, so you have to tell negative correlation. So now let's see. There are 4 types of lines and you should be aware about the gradients of the line as well. For example, if your values they are floating in this direction, so the relationship is positive. But if your values they are floating in this direction, it is a negative correlation. If there is a horizontal line, so it means that there is no correlation. So remember one thing, so this is for positive, this is for negative, and this is for no correlationship with the lines. Now draw a line of best fit. Line of best fit, it is mandatory part in Cambridge examination. What do you have to do as a student here? Remember one thing, as a student, you have to do one thing, use ruler and try to maintain equal number of points above or below the line, below the line. Draw the line in one go. Do not lift your pencil or do not lift your, for example, ruler after that. So how to draw the line of best fit? Let's pay attention. Now, for example, in Cambridge examination, you will be having a scale and you will be having a scale. And in that scale, if I cannot draw the line this way, I have to rotate my ruler this way. Now, for example, if I'm drawing the line this way, so first of all, I need to check that whether my line is perfectly fine or not. There should be equal number of points above or below the line. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to hit the line. Like for example, let me just draw the line here, intentionally doing it and draw in one go only. Okay. So you can see one thing, that there should be equal number of points above or below the line. So let's see that how this is possible. Now check that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 points above the line, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 below the line. No need to change your line. No need to change your line because all the points are closer to the particular line. What happens if you change the line a bit? अगर आप थोड़ा सा इस line को change करो, if I just place it here, so that is also fine because 3 points above and 3 points below. If I change the line a bit this way, this is wrong because most of the points are below the line now. Agree? If I draw the lines, every point is below the line. So if I just move this line this way, so most of the points are above the line. So try to maintain the line right in the very center. Okay? Try to maintain the point right in the very center. So what happens if most of you will have the question that, sir, you still have most of the points below the line. Agree? Remember one thing, if your points they are closer or on the number on your line of best fit, they are ignored simply. They are ignored simply. इनको simply ignore किया जाता है. Why? Because they are already correlating with this, with your particular line of best fit. So this line is pretty good. So because you are a student, remember that, and this is for the sake of estimation only. Okay, and estimation is closer to the answer. And what would be the benefit of that? Because after this, you will be the examiner will be asking you a question. The height of another person is 175. Use your line of best fit. My line of best fit can be different, your line of best fit can be different, and it would be different. To estimate is closer to the reality, not the real number that they would take to walk 100 meters. Now 175, now you can see that 175 is on x-axis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hit the line 175 with the line of best fit. This is my line of best fit, and I can see that I have my answer over here. So how to check that answer? Answer check करने का तरीका क्या है कि कोशिश करें, try to be exact. ठीक है, try to use proper ruler here. Check that 132, 134, 136. I say that this is 137 because this is 138. So try to be exact whenever you are writing the answer. So this is 130 and 7. 137 is the answer, estimated answer. अब मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए चार्ट देख लूंगा, इतनी देर आप लोग देख लें. Okay. अच्छा जी, चलें जी. अब चलते हैं जी इधर. क्वेश्चन नंबर इसमें ये है हमारा क्वेश्चन। अच्छा, बेरिंग का क्वेश्चन जो है हम थोड़ा सा बाद में अटेम्प्ट करते हैं। विल डू मेक श्योर कि हम लोग बेरिंग का क्वेश्चन जो है थोड़ा सा बाद में करें, ताकि इजी वाले क्वेश्चन हम पहले खत्म कर लें। लेट्स सी, क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 इज 7 minus a divided by b, find c when a is equals to -4 and b is equals to +2. So just put values correctly. The values correctly put करनी है। 7 minus a is -4 itself, so right, use bracket, and b is +2. So minus minus is plus, so 7 plus 4 divided by 2. So 7 plus 4 is 11, and 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So the answer is 5.5. Okay. Think about this question number 2. I'll be right back.
Recording in progress.
अच्छा भी. Now you can see that y is equals to 5 power x plus 1. Find the value of y when x is equals to -2. So y is equals to 5 power -2 plus 1. But in indices, we studied this, that when the power is in negative state, you can make it positive by sending it to the denominator. Okay? So 1 by 5 square plus 1. So 1 by 5 square would be 1 over 25 plus 1. I just told you in the beginning that use butterfly method, because 1 by 25 plus 1. So I can write 1 here. Agree? So just write like that. So multiply the denominator. 25 ones are 25. Now cross multiplication. 1 ones are 1. And 1 into 25 is 25. So the answer would be 26 by 25. That is what the final answer is. And the question is for 1 mark. If you leave your answer here, you will get 0. You have to find the value. Okay. So, and this is what the final answer written in the marking scheme as well. Use straight edge and compasses only. So this is out now because Loki is not the part of the O levels and even IGCSE syllabus. Question 13. Write 108 as a product of its prime factors. So 108 as a product of its prime factors. So let's do that. So start from table 2, because we are allowed to use only prime numbers on the left side. So start from the smallest, and 108 is a positive number. Oh, sorry, even number. So 54. Use table 2 once again. It is 54, half is 27. Use table 3 now, because 2 plus 7 is 9. So 3 nines are 27. Okay, 3 threes are 9, and 3 ones are 3. 108 as the product of its prime factors. So that is what the requirement of the question is. So you can write your answer 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. This is also correct, but if you write your answer like this way, so this is more beautiful. So that is what your final answer is, 2 square times 3 cube. Find the LCM and of 108 and 180. So like for example, you can see one thing, 108 is already done. Let's find out 180 now. So 108 is already with us. So 180. So start from table 2, 90, table 2, 45, table 3, 15, table 3, 5, 5 ones are 5. So 180 can be written as 2 square times 3 square times 5. 108 is already our previous answer, 2 square times 3 cube. So remember one thing, LCM is take highest powers only. Take highest powers. That is what the answer is. So 2 square, highest is 2 square. Okay, 3 square, 3 cube, 3 cube is the highest, and 5 is only. So that is what the answer is. Find the LCM. So let's find that what is the answer. ये answer क्या आता है? 2 square is 4 and 3 cube is 27 times 5. So 5 fours are 20. 20 times 27. So let's multiply 20 with 27. So 20 with 27 कितना आएगा? रफ वर्किंग करके देख लेते हैं. So 0 0 cross, 2 sevens are 14. 1 goes up. 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5, so 540 is the final answer. Okay, this question was for LCM. If you get a question, find HCF. So what do you have to do? Take the common only. Okay, so for example, if I talk about if we had a question here that what is the HCF of 180 and 108, so what was the answer? तो HCF क्या होता? सिर्फ common only लिखते हैं. तो 2 square is common. Okay, 3 square 3 cube 3 square is common. So that was the HCF. ये HCF होता अगर क्वेश्चन में एग्जामिनर मांगता तो, ठीक है, मांगा नहीं एग्जामिनर ने. अच्छा जी, कहते हैं in 2017 the population of Egypt is 975,000,000. Okay, write this population in standard form. Okay, standard form हमेशा ऐसा होता है बेटा, dash multiply with 10 power dash. Now you can see one thing, that the number is greater than 1, so the power of 10 would be positive. Now what you have to do is just take this point 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You took 7 jumps and just write here 9.75. That is what a standard form is. So 9.75 multiply with 10 power 7, that is what your final answer is. Then the population density of a country in the number of people per square kilometer is the number of people per square kilometer. Okay, so the population density of the country is the number of people per square kilometer. So it means that population density, it is the number of people per square kilometer. That in per square kilometer, how many people do you have? So what you have to do is the population of Indonesia was 2.62 multiply with 10 power 8, correct to 3 significant figures. The area of Indonesia is 2 multiply with 10 power 6 kilometers square, correct to 1 significant figure. Calculate an estimate for the population density of Indonesia. Now you need to understand one thing. They are saying us to just estimate the population density of Indonesia, that how many people in the country they are in per square kilometers. So you would be having area and you would be having number of people as well. So you need to understand that how to develop the formula for the population density. So anyone having any idea that how to develop a proper formula for this thing? And let me see the chat as well. यार ये चैट के अंदर पता नहीं क्या फजूल आप लोग चीजें भेज रहे हो यार, तो दिस इज वेरी बैड. ओके, बट आप में से जिस बच्चे ने क्लास नहीं लेनी, जिसको मजा नहीं आ रहा, वो बिल्कुल आराम से जो है ना क्लास से निकल जाए, ठीक है. Very good. It's a population divided by area. So most of you answered very correctly. So it's a population divided by area. So first of all ये statement से ही हम लोग formula निकाल सकते थे. और याद रखिए कि मेरे सिलेबस में लिखा हुआ है कि अगर फॉर एग्जांपल एग्जामिनर पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी मांग रहा है तो वो अब फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स ही विल गिव द फॉर्मूला, ठीक है. सो इट्स अ पॉपुलेशन डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया. सो व्हाट इज द पॉपुलेशन हियर बेटा? पॉपुलेशन कितनी है इंडोनेशिया की? 2.62 multiply with 10 power 8 and then divided by the area of Indonesia is 2 multiply with 10 power 6. अब याद रखें जरा, थोड़ा सा एक चीज को अंडरस्टैंड जरूर करें कि आपको ये आइडिया होना चाहिए कि ये आपके पास स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म है. स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म में इस चीज को आइडिया आपने डेवलप करना है कि 2.62 डिवाइड बाय 2 हो रहा है और 10 पावर 8 डिवाइडेड बाय 10 पावर 6 हो रहा है. तो यहाँ पे आपने थोड़ा सा चीजों को अंडरस्टैंड जरूर करना है, ठीक है. सो 2.62 का हाफ कितना बेटा? 1.31 होता है. मल्टीप्लाई विद upper minus lower 10 power 8 minus 10 power 6 is 10 power 2. 10 power 2. So that is what the final answer is. ठीक है. So 1.31 multiply with 10 square. So estimate of for the population density of the Indonesia. So that is what the answer is. आप ये भी कर सकते हैं, आप ये भी कर सकते हैं कि इसको आप ऊपर रखें और स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ओपन कर लें तो 131 कर लेते हैं. 131. यस इंशाल्लाह हम लोग पेपर करेंगे इंशाल्लाह ताला। ये इस तरह के सेशंस आप लोगों को मिलेंगे। मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है तमाम उन स्टूडेंट से कि कोशिश करें कि आप लोग अपने आप को, मैं क्लास के दौरान ये जो माइक नहीं ऑन करता उसके अंदर एक रीज़न है, क्योंकि फिर डिस्टरबेंस क्लास में क्रिएट होती है। तो हर एक बच्चा जो है ना अपने क्वेश्चंस जो है वो मुझे इनबॉक्स कर दे बाद में, अभी नहीं, नॉट राइट नाउ। ठीक है। सो सर कैन वी कन्वर्ट स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म इनटू, यस यू कैन। आप स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म में ही आंसर दे सकते हो और आप ये भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इन्होंने एक चीज़ इन्होंने किया हुआ है कि कैलकुलेटेड एस्टिमेट फॉर द पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी ऑफ इंडोनेशिया, तो आप इसको वो भी कर सकते हो, एज इट इज़ भी छोड़ सकते हो। ठीक है।